may I ask, what do you see yourself as? Like I know you said you're a
Uh,
mom, but would you say that are you a kind of entrepreneur minded? Do you like to work from home? Like what?
well, I would have gone into nursing. I went to nursing school for 2 years,
Oh, so you're a
and before that,
okay,
a caretaker maybe.
humanitarian.
Um, yeah, or I just see it more like a caretaker.
Okay.
I I worked medical front office for years,
Mm,
and then was in nursing school for a couple of years, and then had to leave and get a place of my own.
mm,
So and go back to work full time.
mm,
So I did that, and then I got married and started having kids. And because I have chronic pain and fatigue issues,
oh, really?
and then hurt my back, I never went back to work.
Mm,
I just stayed home with the kids.
totally.
So yeah, and now it's like virtually impossible to work.
Mm,
So
really? What is that?
yeah, there's no way I could work.
Are you in physical therapy or painkillers, or how do you manage the pain?
Um, I did do painkillers for actually a few years,
Mm,
and I think it helped a little bit for a while,
mm.
and then thankfully I didn't get addicted like a
Yeah,
lot of people do.
that's a blessing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was very careful with it and um, took it as I was supposed to. But it just got to the point where it wasn't helping anymore.
Mm,
And it was just more of a hassle than anything else because, you really have to be strict about it. I had to drive an hour away to that doctor every month,
mm,
and that was painful.
right.
Um, and they treat you like you're a drug seeker no matter what.
Yeah.
And so does everybody else who knows that you're taking it, like the pharmacy and
Right. They make you almost damn near
anybody
give a
else.
pint of blood. Yeah, I had to take I had my wisdom teeth removed, and they gave me a prescription for I think I forget what it wasn't Vicodin, it was not the other one, but yeah,
The hydrocodone.
yeah, and they make you can you pull out your ID, write it down, what's the expiration date? Like they put your name in
Mhm.
like a special little booklet. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, you guys ain't playing around.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
that's the time days and times we live in. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I figured we can just jump right into it. And then yeah, well, like I said, just ask you more questions, get to know you a little more, just let the fans get to know you, and yeah, see what happens. Sound like a plan?
Okay. Yeah. I might get a pillow for my back.
Yeah, totally. You want me to? Yeah, we can.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You look like you are very uncomfortable. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm always in pain, like 24/7.
Sitting, standing doesn't matter.
Does not matter.
Oh, jeez. Well, thank you for making time for us. I really appreciate it.
That is a large part of why yeah, I haven't because I never know how I'm going to feel any given day.
Right, right.
Like I just never know. So that's why it's hard to say, yeah, I can do it next week at this time on this day. I
Mm,
have no idea how I'm
mm,
going to feel on that day.
totally.
And it's hard to explain that to people. Like it's just really difficult
Mm.
to explain. And that honestly has become my identity
What's up?
that my
Your
pain and
pain is.
fatigue.
Wow,
Yeah.
man,
Because
that's rough.
yeah, that's rough.
So how do you? I mean, what do you do for fun? What do you find pleasure in now? Like I mean, what you got? Something's got to get you
Well,
out of bed in the morning, right? Or what do you?
oh, my children, they are
Okay.
my reasons.
Mm-hmm.
They are my everything. I will do anything. I will push through anything to make sure that they succeed, to make sure that they thrive, to make sure that they have everything that they need because there is nobody else in the world that will do it for them. Their dad has checked out.
Mm.
My parents can't do it.
Wow.
Their dad's parents are passed. I mean, there is absolutely nobody else.
Oh my
It is
goodness.
only me, and I have done it for 18 years, and I will continue to do it.
Superwoman. Wow.
Yeah.
You are
So,
a blessing.
period.
I hope they're grateful. You are a blessing in their life. That is wow.
They are. They're amazing. They're all four of them are incredible.
Mm, mm,
Yeah,
mm,
absolutely.
mm. Wow, I was yeah. Sorry, I'm lost for words now. That's yeah, tugging at the old heartstrings. That's awesome. I'm a mama's boy, so
Yeah.
that's that's tugging at the old heartstrings. All right,
hmm
I'll just
That's why kind of being in this Instagram and BBW world,
mm,
I want to be very particular about it,
absolutely.
and I don't bring men around. I had a boyfriend for almost 4 years, and honestly, I made a lot of mistakes, and I learned a lot from it.
Mm,
Um, and I know exactly what not to do. But he was the only person in that 8 years I've been divorced that ever met my children, that ever came around my children.
absolutely.
You know, I don't do the in and out thing, and
Right. Mama
it's just
bear. I see you are Mama
it's
Bear
too
for real.
important.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. So, I mean, let's jump because I have some more questions to ask you, but let me jump into this intro and
yeah.
then, yeah, well, I jump
Oh
into
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
questions.
Sorry.
I'm gonna do it on, we'll do it on three. So, one, two, and what's good, everybody? It's your boy Anonymous, the author, aka Anonymous Rap Guy, and I am back with another Ohio BBW Network interview. Today, I have the awesome, the cool, the chill, the superwoman Mama Bear, Miss Candy. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm good.
How should we
Thank you.
refer? How should we refer to you as Candy, Georgia?
My name is Candy.
Okay,
It's short for Candace,
okay.
but my parents still think my name is Candy. Like if my dad were to write me a check, he would write Candy.
Oh, really? I know that's
Yeah.
always fun trying to cash those checks. That always get
hmm
whenever they change my name a little bit on a check, I can never cash it. So I can only imagine the
Yeah.
hassle.
I've had that problem. He wrote when I was married. He wrote Candy and my maiden name, and they wouldn't cash it.
Nope, they're
And,
jerks.
like it wasn't anywhere close to what was correct.
Oh man, the bank, I tell you. But we were talking earlier, and I have a bunch of questions surrounding you and your, I guess, because it didn't sound like you sounded so humble. You didn't really talk much about your celebrity power. Like you have a lot of, I don't know if you're aware of this. You got like 33,000 followers just on Instagram alone. So how do you personally, I mean, deal with all those people watching you? Like, how do you how do you like to move? How do you like to like? What do you like to talk about? What's the personality of your online persona?
Oh, that's interesting. I think at first when I got on there, I thought that maybe I could get on there and really kind of flaunt my body around, maybe make some money and be influential that way. But I very quickly just found out that that was uncomfortable for me,
Mm,
and that wasn't a route that I wanted to go.
absolutely.
So obviously, the majority of my followers are men. Um, Thankfully, the majority of the men are respectful.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't get a ton of crude or, um, rude comments or remarks.
Right.
So I really appreciate that. It's a lot. I feel like I get a lot of love and appreciation,
Mm,
so that is nice.
that's awesome. It's always
Yeah,
good when the internet is in a terrible place. That's always that's always what you want.
right. Well, honestly, I feel like I gained a lot of power in who I was
Mm,
and who I am in my body
mm,
from the internet. I didn't know that I could be a confident woman in my shape and size
mm,
until I got on the internet and people were like, "Hey, you're beautiful and we love you because you look this way
mm,
and because of who you are, not
mm,
just because of the way you look." And I started owning that instead of hating who I was.
mm.
So, that was a really big shift for me.
Really?
And yeah, absolutely.
So
So,
did you have you struggled with self image in your past?
sure. Oh, sure. I think growing up, So I'm 45.
Mm.
I'll be 46 in August.
Whatever you are
And
doing, keep doing it. You look great. But go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
I'm sure it's genetics. My mom looks real good. And so is my shape. Like
Mm.
this is my mom is the shape. I have a cousin and aunts and stuff.
Mm.
So it
It's
just, I don't know. I was
genetically.
born and raised in Clayton County. I don't know if y'all know Jonesboro, Riverdale, so it could have been in the water.
Mm.
I don't know.
I got you.
It's, it's South Atlanta. But yeah, so I grew up, you know, with a lot of bullying, a lot of teasing,
Mm.
a lot of hate,
Mm.
and violence too. In the '80s, you were allowed to just roam the neighborhood and do whatever you want to do,
Right.
and I was abused. I think that
Oh my goodness.
unfortunately you hear that a lot from women and men, but
But that definitely doesn't make it
I
okay.
was no, it doesn't make it okay, and it doesn't minimalize it.
Mm.
That is a large part of who I am,
Mm.
but and I recognize that,
Mm.
but and but it changed, and it changed a lot of who I was at the time. So it changed me as a person. I became kind of a depressed child. I was misunderstood. I didn't know what to do with what had happened to me, because it went on for like 3 years or something. I was like 5,
Oh my
7.
goodness. Was this
Yeah,
was this abuse outside the home or
it
inside the
was
home?
a neighbor. Yeah,
Oh,
it
neighbor.
was a
Oh my
neighbor.
goodness.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it was terrible, and
First,
it wasn't just to me; it was to other kids in the neighborhood.
oh my goodness.
So yeah, it was terrible. It's terrible.
Did they ever catch
So
it?
I have kids.
Did they ever get this
No,
guy? Oh,
no, because you suppress these things,
right,
and it
right.
wasn't until I was 16 that it kind of moved to this part of my brain. It had
Right.
been back here, I feel like, and
You
it moved up
repressed it.
here,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh my gosh, that was actually abuse. It's
Trauma.
bad.
Yeah, that's trauma.
That
Yeah.
was horrible,
Oh my
right?
goodness.
So
First
um
off, thank you for being that strong, for coming on here and talking about that. Like,
yeah.
thank you very much. That, and I know this doesn't make up for it, but I'm so sorry that you had to go through that in your childhood. Like,
Well, I appreciate that.
you,
I want to be at a place where I can talk about this and help people be aware of what's happening, because it ties into where I'm at now. Because, as we talked about, I have chronic pain and fatigue,
mm-hmm,
and I feel like that trauma and other traumas in my life just manifested itself into my body
mm-hmm,
and created this pain.
mm-hmm,
And I have, so it's called fibromyalgia, and
mm-hmm,
then I also have some back injuries, and so now I have this chronic pain every day that I
mm-hmm.
live with, um, that is taking over my life. So that's that's what I deal with. That's where I'm at. That's what I have to push through
Mm-hmm.
every day. Then on the other side, I do have this shape. That's what I've been given.
Mm-hmm.
And I could either go hide in a closet and feel sorry for myself, or I could be like, hey, this is different. And guess what? It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to hide it. I want to be celebrated for it.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am, world, like it or not.
Right.
This is me. And I want to just be out there and love who I am and
Absolutely.
not hide it. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. That's a really powerful message. Wow, we got we got deep here in the first in the first couple minutes,
I
Chief.
know the first minutes. Sorry.
No, you're no, don't apologize. Definitely don't apologize. That's just wow, a little speechless
Hmm.
here. What I guess my question is, just to jump back to the like the pain situation, is there
Yeah.
anything that, I mean, if somebody's listening out there, is any do you go to any needing chiropractic work or any herbal medicine or any natural, like, no, I don't know, yoga or any, have you tried any alternatives, or would you like someone to try to reach out to you and help you with alternatives or anything like that to try to help?
Being that I'm a single mom of four,
Mm-hmm.
there's not a whole lot of extra room for me to play around with. I'd love to do like chiropractic
Mm-hmm.
care and stuff like that, but
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot of extra money that
Right.
just isn't available to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have a primary care doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and then my mental health is also very important. So
Absolutely.
I have to stay on top of that. Stay on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
So just the act of getting out and going to those appointments is a lot for me.
Absolutely.
On top of like taking care of my children and other necessities.
Yeah.
So as long as I'm doing those two appointments for myself,
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot
Absolutely.
for me.
Absolutely.
So I do that. I make sure I take care of those
Mm-hmm.
prescriptions and I manage.
Gotcha.
Lately, I used to just not really manage my food very well,
Mm-hmm.
but I had COVID last year,
Oh. Oh wow.
really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I put it on my page. Because I couldn't post anything. I was almost died. It was awful.
Oh
My
goodness.
parents had written me off. They were like, "We need to write up something for the kids. I don't
Oh
know. We'll take the
goodness.
kids." They
Jeez.
didn't know what to do. Yeah, it was awful.
Oh,
It was
wow.
really bad.
I don't mean
I
to
know.
laugh.
And
I don't know if
now,
you were joking, but that was really
yeah, no,
that was.
I was. They were like, for real. I thought she was gone, and
Oh wow.
now it was bad. So,
Oh wow.
but I did. I was in the hospital for like 3 weeks. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it was serious.
Kicked your butt.
My, your oxygen level is
Yeah.
supposed to be the PO oxygen level they put on your finger is supposed to be like at 99, 100.
Mm-hmm.
Mine kept going down. It got like down to 90, and then in the 80s, and then in the 70s.
Oh my
Like I
goodness.
could not breathe. It was
Jeez.
so bad. So yeah, I was in the hospital for like 3 weeks, and then I was on oxygen at home on the oxygen for like, and I had to carry the tank around for like 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was on the albuterol
Mm-hmm.
machine for like 5 months total, and then
Mm.
all the whole time I was on steroids. So I gained like 50 pounds.
Oh
It
my
was
goodness.
insane. It was
Wow.
awful, which
Whew.
really compounds the pain for
Right.
me.
Right.
I was swollen. I just felt so swollen I couldn't move. So I've never really liked the concept of dieting. I just hate dieting. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to walk around hating my body, trying to figure out measurements and all
Mm-hmm.
this stuff with food. I just wasn't going to hate food. I wasn't going to hate my body.
Right.
I was just going to love who I was
Mm-hmm.
and go with that. But
Right.
recently, I wanted to not be in so much pain, and I had to figure out what to do with food
Mm-hmm.
so I wasn't in so much pain.
You're right.
So I'm trying this carnivore diet.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Is that it's meat? Is it meat and berries or just
it is
exclusive?
meat. It is meat and all meat and nothing but meat.
Really?
It's bacon and bacon grease and ribeye steaks and the fat of the steak,
Oh goodness.
and it is crazy. And you just don't eat carbs
Uh-huh.
and sugar,
Mm,
but you can eat eggs and meat and ground beef
mm,
and all this stuff.
mm.
And I've lost like 25, 30 pounds.
Wow. Wow.
So I know eating all that stuff, it's
Mm,
weird.
mm,
So and it's not about losing the weight. It's
mm.
it's about pain management for
Right.
me
Absolutely. I mean,
and
whatever.
feeling better.
Yeah, whatever helps you live a good life, dude. Like whatever, if it, whatever you can do to get there.
Because I have to be able to take care of my kids,
Absolutely.
period. And if I can't sit in the effing car and get
Right.
the seatbelt on,
Right.
I can't take care of my kids properly.
Absolutely.
That's an issue for me.
Mm,
And, I guess the thing is a lot of my followers, they they would be against that.
oh,
I think they would
don't.
be like, why?
Well, listen.
But right, I can't live my life
Right.
for for that for
Absolutely.
them
Yeah, you
in
gotta
that way.
whatever it takes to give yourself a happier, healthier life. in whatever form that takes, whether that's losing weight, whether that's, diet track, whatever it is, it's got to be all about you. They'll adapt, your fans will adapt to
I
whatever.
know.
If you dye your hair purple and, paint your toenails green, it's like, hey, they'll adapt or they won't, you know what I mean? So yeah, definitely don't live your life, living for them, because, who cares? Fans are fickle,
Yeah,
one minute
no,
they love you, one minute they hate you,
I know. But you think about all these things,
Right, right.
you
Especially
know,
when you're
and you
popular as
get
you are, yeah.
connected to certain people.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't see myself as real popular.
33,000. That's,
Popular.
they say 10,000. They say is like the top 20% of Instagram. You got three times that, so yeah, you got some celebrity pull. Have you ever pulled that anywhere? Like, have you ever been like, oh, you must not know who I am. I'm so and so. Have you ever pulled that before?
No, no, not
Okay,
at all.
okay, okay.
My kids think it's funny,
Really?
funny. Yeah.
That's cool.
My most of my pictures, my daughters take
Oh,
them.
really? That's awesome. You got your.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's like a family
You
business.
know, yeah, because my kids love me. They're proud of me. My 10-year-old daughter, she's like, I can't wait for you to come to school and meet my friends.
Mm,
When they first are going to school, and the first time when they're little and I go to school, this happens. The kids make fun of them. They make fun of me.
mm,
They stare.
mm.
It's difficult because my hips and my butt are right at kid level, and
Right.
they're like, oh my god. They're like, and the adults too. I'll get this a lot. They'll look at me here and then go, everywhere I go, Walmart,
Wow.
anywhere, schools, anywhere. They're like,
Oh,
and that's what they do.
sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. I'm gonna cut. Can you pull your dress down just a little? It's hiking up and starting to. I don't want to get any.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But,
I had my legs crossed.
okay, I got you.
Yeah. Sorry,
I didn't
sorry,
want.
sorry.
I don't want YouTube to get me in trouble. Sorry. I'll cut all this out. Sorry. But
Okay.
go ahead.
Thanks.
I didn't mean to interrupt your conversation. What you were saying. I'm sorry.
No, thank you.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So, so the kids, they will really be like, wow, that's really big in my face.
Mhm.
And that's probably the biggest person they've ever seen. And then the shape is extreme. I get it. It's okay.
Mhm.
And kids are going to say things.
Mhm.
And,
And kids are
and then my
terrible. Let me just say that kids, like young little
kids
kids,
are
are
terrible.
jerks, man. It's.
They are.
I don't. I mean, I guess that's when kids are just being rude. Maybe that's why social media is the way it is, and
Mhm.
people are jerks anyway, because most of them have, they're still at that kid level. But that's, people have made fun of, like, kids have made fun of me. I used to have a big puffy afro before I shaved all this off, and kids would just look at me like, oh, and I'm like, man, forget you, man. Like, you don't
I
know what it takes
know.
to get
I
this.
know.
Kids are jerks, but yeah, sorry.
Oh, I know. They'll make fun of you for anything.
Anything.
I mean, I dealt with it all my years growing up, all my years.
Mm,
So, yeah. So I always have to have the talk with my kids. Okay, yes, mommy has a big butt. Does
mm,
that make mommy a bad mommy?
mm.
And they're like, no. I'm
Wow.
like, okay, then be proud of mommy and love mommy and don't worry about what they say. You have a big butt mommy, and that's okay. And then we're just proud of mommy, and we love mommy. And my daughter, she draws people, and she loves to draw me, and
Mm,
she'll just draw me,
mm,
and she'll draw other like plus size
mm,
girls,
mm.
and she's so talented. She's really good.
She's all right. Does she have aspirations to be an artist?
She wants to be a doctor,
Oh,
but
wow. You were telling me
I do
earlier.
draw and paint too. Yeah.
Oh, do you? Oh, well, now, okay. Well,
Yeah.
let's talk about this now. What do you have any, like? It's just a natural skill you have, or did you take any classes?
Yeah. No, it's just something I do sometimes.
Have you posted them? Have you
I've
posted?
thought about, no, not on this page. I used to have a Facebook page
Mm-hmm.
that I posted it on,
Mm-hmm.
but I took like a 4 or 5 year break off of Facebook.
Yeah.
I just recently got back on there since my son graduated
Mm-hmm.
and wanted to post some of those pics.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, can I make a challenge for you?
Hmm.
The challenge is to post one of your hand drawn pictures on your
Hmm.
regular page. Will that expose you too much? Will that open you up too much, or would you feel comfortable doing that?
Well, it could be a painting.
Yeah, painting. Yeah, I'm sorry, not hand drawing. But
I
yeah.
hand draw it first and then paint it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Post that. Tag me in it. I definitely wanna I wanna see the skills.
Mhm. Mhm.
What do you have any ambitions of like picking that back up and pursuing that further?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, if I can, get my pain under control
Mm-hmm.
and have a nice area where I can set everything up. I think also when I was painting the most,
Mm-hmm.
my kids were the twins were younger, and they were just making a mess of stuff.
I got
It
you.
was difficult.
It'll
Yeah.
that'll make you want to stop. When it becomes too messy, it's like, all right, that's
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
So let's say, this is where you are today as far as like pain management, as far as, you know, this celebrity and everything else. Where would you want to be in 5 to 10 years if you continue down the current path you're doing? Like you say, you're currently taking care of your kids. By that time, they would be, I mean, you're always going to take care of your kids. But as far as them being in school and them being, to some level dependent, I mean, as they're younger.
Independent.
Yeah.
Yeah, the twins will be in high school
Mm-hmm.
in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh gosh, see, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I want to be in a healthy relationship. I don't want to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's no fun.
Right. I agree. What's your
But
type? What would you let's throw
it
it out there
needs
in the
to be.
universe. What are you looking for?
Oh, but see, I don't want to do it
No, no,
now.
not
We
now. No,
gotta
yeah,
something. Yeah,
that got to build on something eventually. But what's your
yeah,
ideal
later.
type? What would be your ideal type?
You know, he needs to have a good job.
Of course, he needs to contribute. Absolutely.
Right, because I just had a situation where,
Ooh,
um,
no, somebody was unemployed.
hmm
Mm.
so,
Yeah, that's never fun.
yeah, I just like somebody who is kind of like at the same morals as I am
Yeah.
and sense of humor. I
Mm-hmm.
love to banter.
Mm-hmm.
I love to play. I like to have a good sense of humor, kind of that back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do want somebody that is like super attracted to me, but I want to be super attracted to them too.
Absolutely.
And that can be difficult for me to find.
Mm. Why is that?
So I don't know. I think a lot of the people that are super attracted to me, like for me, it's just not there for
Not there
me.
for you.
I don't, yeah,
So
I don't know why.
what's your what type of, is it a specific like height that you're attracted to, weight, body type, face structure? Like what do you like?
I think I think I'm with most women, and I like taller than me.
Hmm.
So I'm 5'7",
Of course.
and of course,
No, no, I'm not. Just women usually range. Y'all are like between that 5'4" to 5'7" most of the
really,
time. Yeah, I'm like most of the time I'm like, all right, well, yeah.
I didn't know what that of course was coming from. Yeah. I think it just, I don't know, it helps us feel like maybe more secure,
Yeah.
more, what, I don't know where that comes from, but
Hmm.
that is kind of a normal thing for us.
Mm. Yeah, I mean that
And
definitely makes sense. What would be your, you say taller than 5'7"? I'm sure you don't want somebody at 5'7". Is there like 5'8" and
right,
above, 5'10" and above, 6 foot and above?
I think 6 foot and above.
Okay, cool.
And I like probably average build, maybe average to thick build.
Okay. When you say
hmm
thick, do you mean like around the midsection, or you mean around the arms? Like you
Yeah, anywhere.
everywhere? Okay.
Yeah. I don't see. I don't know. I don't think about it that much because it's more about the connection.
Right, right, right. I got you. You want to be
hmm
attracted to somebody, but the connection is the level one.
The connection really has to be there.
Definitely, definitely. That makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay.
And um, I was married to a Mexican man, and I've dated black men, and
Mm-hmm.
my ex boyfriend was white. So
Mm-hmm.
it just it doesn't matter.
Race doesn't matter. It's just
Does
this
not matter.
tall. Is it what is tall, dark, and handsome? Is that the
Doesn't matter.
I got you. I got you. That's pretty
Doesn't
cool.
matter.
So back to the overall question, 5 to 10 years. So you said you want to be in a relationship. You said would your kids being completely independent one of the things that you look forward to, or just one of the things you expect to happen?
Well, I mean, my older kids, I want them to be independent at that time, but my twins won't be at that time.
Okay,
I
okay,
mean, in 5 years,
okay.
maybe in 10 years.
Mhm.
But I mean, with children, like it's a process. They don't just
Absolutely.
all of a sudden one
Yeah.
day like
Right.
that's it.
Right. Like, hey,
They're
mom, I'm out
done.
of here. I've got my life together. I'm getting a house and a car and a picket
Yeah.
fence and
No.
2.5 kids.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm,
Like you just don't know what's gonna happen through the college years.
absolutely.
And I got twins. I
Mm,
just don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, especially with how
We gotta see it through. We gotta see it all the way through.
absolutely, especially how fast the world changed in 1 year with COVID. Like everything
Mm.
shifted. So 10 years, you never know what's gonna happen.
This whole world, that's the thing. This whole world is like on its head right now.
Yeah, it's
There's a
crazy.
lot going on. There's a
Yeah.
lot going on. So, we are in church, and I feel like that needs to be our foundation.
Yeah.
And for my kids, that's where I like to have them rooted
Structured. Yeah.
first.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because for me, like, I know that I couldn't do it alone. I need help. And that
Absolutely.
helps me keep them kind of
Hmm.
more secure in who they are.
Absolutely.
Does
Absolutely.
that make sense?
Yeah. 100%. Can I? Do you mind if
Okay.
I ask what religion you are?
Um, it's just Christian church.
Christian. Okay.
Yeah.
Southern Baptist by chance? That's literally
No.
okay. I was like, that's literally the name of the church I go to, Southern Baptist. I was curious.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. My family was all raised in Alabama. They came up here, but all kept the Southern like ties. Like literally, that was like Southern Baptist Church. They were like, oh, we found our home. So yeah.
No, I was born like into a non-denominational churches.
Okay.
My dad was always in the ministry,
Mm-hmm.
and then we kind of branched out into more charismatic churches.
Mm-hmm.
And then for a while, I was even in like the Pentecostal churches,
Mm.
um, like the strict ones.
Really?
And then and then got out of that, and yeah, I've been in some real churches.
Right.
But
Gotcha.
I like where we're at now. I
Mm.
like it.
You every Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, this
Wow.
past year I was bed bound
Mm.
for a long time, so I've missed a lot,
Right.
but we're getting back in it.
I
Yep.
mean, being completely transparent, I'm trash. I go Easter Sunday, and I try
That's
to,
not true.
I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I'm not gonna lie about it, but I do still, keep my traditions and faiths. But I'm absolutely horrible about going to church. I ain't even gonna lie about
Mm,
it.
mm-mm.
So
That's not trash.
is anything else in 10 years that you want to see that you want to speak to the universe or speak into existence that you're looking forward to?
I mean, I want to be healthier. Absolutely. I want to be able to be of more help to people because I feel like right now it's all I can do is help myself and my children. And I would
Mm,
love to be able to branch more outside of that
mm,
and help other people
right.
and reach other people. And right now it's like, well, not even right now, like my whole existence for decades has just been me and my kids.
Mm,
Like that's it. That's
right.
like all I've been able to do.
Mm,
And I would love to be able to help other people.
mm,
It's just like I haven't had that.
mm.
I have
Well,
not been able to do that.
well, we never know who's watching it. I pray somebody out there who does see this can definitely, reach out a helping hand or reach out and assist, or one of your followers can
Yeah.
reach out to you and see this and, definitely do what they can because, definitely want the community to what's up?
I do want to, like, on my page, I try to reach out and support the women out there, the plus size women. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
want to follow them, I want to support them.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to have more women followers on my page
Right.
too, because, I think it's important that we support each other and
Mm-hmm.
do what we can to help each other. Because,
Absolutely.
there's always a lot of men out there, and the men are are nice, and and a lot of them are super, like I said, kind and respectful, but some of them are a lot of spam pages, or
Hmm.
I don't know, from different countries that just
Right.
aren't real. I don't know what's going on, but it's
No.
a lot of
Yeah.
that.
No, I definitely feel
So
you on that.
I don't know what's going on there.
Mm,
So anyway, I'd like to have more women
mm,
on my page for
definitely.
sure, for sure.
Put that energy out there. I'm sure they definitely will. Well,
Mm.
before we get out of here, just want to say once again, thank you so much for coming on. You have been awesome and fantastic. And I definitely want to have you back on in the future.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Sorry, that's my dog and my cat in my background. Well, love.
My cat never came around. I don't know where she is.
They come out when they want to. Well,
Yeah, this is true.
love, peace, and chicken grease. We're out of here. Peace.
Thank you. Bacon grease.